Hey, it's your boy Bobby B. So I want to talk about a subject that comes to mind, and that's why we want to see Young Ghost and Young Tommy. The reason why we want to see Young Ghost and Young Tommy so much is because Ghost and Tommy were very vital characters in Power Book 1. And the thing is that Raising Kanan, don't get it twisted, Raising Kanan was a jewel. Like, with the time era we ended up not only getting a story about Breeze and Kanan and Ghost, we ended up getting Kanan's backstory, the family he comes from, who Jukebox was and her family. And it was so awesome because these characters are so great. These characters here in Raising Kanan, they rival that of Ghost. They rival that of Book 1, and the thing is, they're the prequel story. Now, when it comes down to it, Young Tommy, Young Ghost, the thing is, like, with all this greatness we got going on right now with Kanan and his mom and Marvin and Lulu and Jukebox and Unique and all of them, we want to still see Young Ghost and Young Tommy, how they fit into it. The thing is that what we heard about Tommy and Ghost was that they were very much on the streets and they would do anything, especially Ghost. Ghost, the way they talk about him, he was like Michael was from The Wire. And if you guys ever seen The Wire and you know Michael, you know what I'm talking about. Michael was this character. He was loving, he was cool, he was the protector of his friends. But Marlo and them saw that Michael was, cold. He'd been through some things and they could use him. He could do some things for them, and that's the kind of character I think Ghost is. Now, when it comes to Tommy, he's the white boy in the hood, and he sees himself as black. That's the thing I see him as, because I've grown up with white boys in the hood too, and they know they're white, they're aware of it, but they see themselves as black people. They have the soul of the black person. They have the black families with them. It never really leaves them. Even when they go outside of that community, they still relate to that community, especially if they come from it. And Tommy is a character that I think is like that, and he's gonna go through some stuff with people hating him or coming at him because he's white, and he's talked about that. He said he's been through that all his life. So we're gonna see so many different things, so many different challenges. This is not the Tommy and Ghost that we see in Book 1. This is Young Tommy and Ghost. So it's like they are the person. You're gonna see who they are, like in Book 1. You're gonna see them, but you're gonna see them young. You're gonna see them learning, sort of like how we do with Tariq right now. Tariq is coming into his own, and the thing is that in Power Book 2 Ghost, he gets better and better every season. He gets better and better, and that's the thing we see with even right now. With Juke. Juke seems to be the same character, and she showed a lot of shades of being the Jukebox we eventually know, but she has to have gone through some things to become that Jukebox she is, because the Jukebox that we have in Book 1 is scary. She's one of the most scariest power characters ever. So you have to think to yourself, what happened to her to turn her into that person? But we're seeing Kanan become who he is. Kanan was this big lovey-dovey kid in season 1, but he was aware of, his mom. He was aware of the streets, but he wanted to be a part of the life. He thought he was pretty much heir to becoming it. Like, he would take over after his mom. But then there was that side of him that had the intelligence. But the thing is, with season 1, he was still that innocent Kanan, but then we saw him he's becoming the Kanan that we saw in Book 1. He's becoming him. So he's growing and becoming that guy. And so when it comes down to it, that's what's going to happen with Tommy and Ghost. We're going to see them be who they are, and they're going to grow into being the characters that we know them to be. Because the main reason Raising Kanan exists is because we want the backstory about Kanan, Breeze, and Ghost, and how it happened, what came about, and what happened afterwards. We want all of that, and that's basically what we got. So that is the reason that people want to see Young Ghost and Young Tommy so much. We realize they're young, but at the same time, people want them to show up because they're such big characters. They're very important characters to Power, and they're vital to everything that's happening into the franchise. That's why we want to see them. But that is the reason why people want to see Young Ghost and Young Tommy. I just want to say to all of you that it is your boy Bobby Beast here. I just want to say much love, much respect, hold it down, and